Hello everyone, welcome back to another match reaction. Arsenal have just beaten Atletico Bilbao 2 goals to 0, and damn, that game felt a lot more harder than it needed to be. First game of the UCL, first victory. I think as of now we're probably saying maybe second or third. It doesn't matter. All Arsenal needed was to win today. And to be honest, this was a game I was very excited for. I think a lot of Arsenal fans were excited. We've just beaten Nottingham Forest, first game of the UCL, and we beat Nottingham Forest comfortably. And in my preview, I said I expected the football we played against Nottingham Forest to almost carry on to this game, and for us to build upon just the momentum that we built. And when I saw the team and I saw the lineup, oh my God, was I deflated, because that midfield, I am sorry, but that midfield does not work. We've seen it once already. We did not need to watch it a second time. That midfield of Mikel Merino, Declan Rice, and Zubimendi simply does not work. Like, there is simply no link between the defense and attack. There are some moments where Odegaard usually stays, or where Wannieri stays. Mikel Merino is not there, or Declan Rice is not there. Declan Rice is sometimes playing as a centre-back, whilst Mikel Merino is almost playing as a striker. There was no there was no link between the defense and attack. Like, it just does not work. We've seen it once. We did not need to see it a second time, and I'm hoping we never see it again. I'm hoping this is the second time we've seen it, and this is the final time we've seen it. We're never going to see this midfield setup ever again. And because in the first half we struggled, Arsenal really did struggle against Bilbao. I think every Arsenal fan would admit that Bilbao was definitely the better team in the first half. They definitely started off much stronger than Arsenal did. And in the first 20 minutes, they basically I don't know, I felt like they looked more in control. They looked a bit more sharp. Arsenal had some chances. Gyökeres was through on goal a few times. Whether he could have scored or not, I'm not really sure. I think the chances were very difficult. Eze had a cutback, which I felt it was very difficult for him to score. I mean, he was so close, but the defender just ended up getting ahead of him. But we struggled in that first half just because of that midfield. I think everyone could see it, that midfield is just simply not creative. And the first half, we were just basically going long. David Villa was going long to Gyökeres. Sometimes Mosquera was just kicking the ball into the middle of the pitch. Basically, we had turnovers. Also, just were defending a lot of transition from Bilbao in that first half, just because we didn't have anyone that could really hold on to the ball. And then, I was hoping to see some subs, especially in the start of the second half. Maybe bring Mikel Merino off, bring on Wannieri, because I felt, honestly, I don't think Mikel Merino played that good today. I think especially in that first half, he was ineffective. And I'm not blaming him. I just blame Arteta for the position he's using him for. Like, Mikel Merino's one of his best performances we saw was against Nottingham Forest, and he was playing in a completely different position, completely different role to what he was playing today. He is not an attacking midfielder. So he's a midfielder. He's best, you can get the best out of Merino when you're making him play deep. We're here today, or Arteta's here, trying to make him play almost as a 10, and he simply just didn't work. And I think it just makes him look bad. I just don't understand this midfield setup we go for, and this style of football we set up for. I know we won, understand we won, but it's like we have such a good defense. He's built such a good defense. Why not play the attacking players? Why? This is a platform for them. They have such a good defense. You build up a brilliant platform for these attacking players to play, to go express themselves. And we're seeing 3 defensive midfielders. I don't know, it just sometimes doesn't make sense. Because to us, no one benefited from that setup in that first half. Gyökeres is isolated. Eze didn't even get the ball that much in the first half. Declan Rice was quite sloppy. Calafrio was literally our only outlet at sometimes during that first half. So yeah, second half starts definitely a much better improved second half. And I think it was clear who the source was. That was Madueke. I think Madueke played quite good today. But of course, the unfortunate thing, which I have acknowledged, is his end product, which does lay him down. But he was constantly beating his fullback every time. Every one-on-one, he beats his fullback, and he was just so unfortunate once again with the end product. As soon as he does improve the end product, he is going to be a very dangerous player. But I think he played very well today. That second half, I'm telling you, he was literally the source. Every time the ball came, it was straight give it to Madueke. And I think maybe he could have got 1 assist, but he was quite unlucky today. But yeah, a good performance from Madueke. But I think the main thing is credit to Mikel Arteta today. I have criticized him for a lot of the videos, but I think he needs credit today because his subs was perfect. I was so confused by the subs. I was thinking to myself, why is Gyökeres coming off for Trossard, who hasn't even played much? It just didn't make sense to me. I thought maybe he was going to put Eze into the midfield but he played as Trossard as a striker, and he just didn't make sense for me. I was so confused, but credit to him, and because his subs literally won the game. Trossard and Martinelli both coming on, both won us the game, both played crucial parts for both. They both played crucial roles in both games, so in both goals. And the thing is, they were both under pressure. Martinelli is competing with Eze, Trossard is competing with Jokovic. They were both under pressure to deliver, and they performed. They delivered when we needed them to deliver. And the thing is, which is crazy and a credit to our squad depth, you know, just our squad in general, is the fact that both these players were our starting 11 players last season, and now they're our bench options. That is how you improve the team, by getting players who are going to compete, who are going to push your starters for a position. And that's what both Eze and Jokovic did, which to the position, to the point now, these starting 11 players we had from last season is now our bench players. These are the players we're bringing on. And ultimately, they did win us the game. And that's what top managers do. Top managers, when they see it's not working, they change up. And that's what today Mikel Arteta did. He clearly saw it wasn't working, and he changed it. Even though a lot of fans were confused by it, he clearly knew what he was doing, because both subs played crucial parts in the goal. You see Trossard's flick over Martinelli, for Martinelli goes and finishes, and Martinelli second assist, one assist by the way. And yeah, nice finish by Trossard. I know it got deflection, but yeah. And when the lineup did come out, I was quite surprised. I was thinking, wow, that is a very strong lineup. But it made sense why we went with a strong lineup, because Bilbao was a very tricky fixture. They're such a technical side. On the ball, they're very good. And the fans were hostile ground. You saw the fans constantly making noise, chanting, singing. Never once did they ever go quiet. I did want to see Hincapié play a bit more. I think he came on for probably like the last 5 minutes. But I did want to see him play a bit more. But yeah, these Bilbao players, by the way, I don't want to criticize them too much, but my God, every challenge is a foul. Every half the game, like you touch them a bit, they're on the floor crying for a foul. It was just so frustrating. But look, at the end of the day, we got the 3 points, and that's all that really matters. Just the win, get the win. And yeah, for me, man of the match is Timber. Timber, I think for me, was man of the match. What performance by Timber. And unfortunately, in a position we can't even rest him because our other right back in Ben White is injured. So yeah, for me, Timber, man of the match. Declan Rice, I think, played really well, especially in that second half. After a shaky performance in that first half, he definitely did make up in that second half. But yeah, look, ultimately we got the win, and that's really all that we needed. We just needed to win, get the clean sheet, and move on. That's his shit. Clean sheet and move on. But yeah, let me know who in the comments who your man of the match was. Did you think we made this game harder than it needed to be? Who else were you impressed by? For me, I was also impressed by Yoko. I think in that first half we go into very good positions. Yeah, and hopefully it does continue. But yeah, for now, let's enjoy the win and let's watch. This is a very exciting week for the Champions League. There's Bayern vs Chelsea. I think there's Man City vs Napoli. There's a lot of exciting games to watch. Liverpool vs Atletico Madrid. But Arsenal got their win, and now we can just sit back and enjoy the rest of the game. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys in the next one.